Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Alien 3 by David Fincher, starring Sigourney Weaver. It's been exactly 1 year since I watched Aliens, second week of September last year and the second week of September this year. The first two films were fantastic, and Weaver's portrayal of Ellen Ripley cemented herself as one of the greatest female protagonists of all time. She's awesome. The first two films were directed by Ridley Scott and James Cameron, both legends, and the third one is by Fincher. I'm a huge David Fincher fan, but that's exactly the reason I've avoided watching this film for so long. Apparently the studio interfered so much during production, Fincher ended up disowning the entire film. I wonder how bad a film has to be for a first-time director, a major Hollywood motion picture, by the way, a first-time director to say, I want nothing to do with this. I recently got to know about the assembly cut or the director's cut, and that's the version I'm going to be watching today. I've heard that this is the version Fincher somewhat approved of, but still isn't proud of. We'll see. Last we saw of Ripley, she killed a Queen xenomorph, saved Newt, get away from her, you bitch. Classic. And she was on a ship with Newt, Hicks, Michael Biehn, and the android Bishop, Lance Henriksen, on their way back to Earth. I don't know what to expect from this film, but if I had to guess, I'd say that a xenomorph is probably attached to their ship, because I don't see any other way to extend this plot further. Regardless, I'm pretty excited to watch this 2.5-hour director's cut and make up my own mind whether I like it or not. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reviews and reactions to this movie and over 130 movies, TV shows, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along. The link's in the description below, by the way. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Alien 3. Fincher? Weaver. Let's go. Sigourney Weaver. Oh. Charles Dance. Whoa. Lance Henriksen. Okay, so Bishop is in this film, at least.
Compartment. All personnel report to emergency escape.
Okay, they're completely different writers as well. Florina Fury 161, Outer Vale. The ship didn't make it to Earth. It just crashed on this planet. Dude, what happened to Newt? She spent the entire second film protecting this little girl.
Get down to the beach. There may be others. No!
Yeah, I hope they find the rest. One survivor? Dude, they killed off Newt and Hicks? Ooh, they have cattle. Yeah, I know this actor. I can't place where I've seen him, but I've definitely seen him before.
Amen.
Amen.
Looks to be a preacher of sorts, or a spiritual leader at least.
The survivor is a woman.
We've all taken the vow.
Well, it's an all-male facility, as far as I know.
Hopefully they will be here inside of a week and evacuate her ASAP.
Yeah, Charles Dance's character is probably their medic or doctor.
The doctor?
My name is Clemens. I'm the chief medical officer here.
Where are the others?
They didn't make it. They didn't survive.
Oh, what a gut punch to her and the viewing audience. At this moment in time, only Ripley knows about the xenomorph, so I think she wants to check for herself.
There's a droid.
Disconnected. There were bits and pieces of him all over the place. We put what was left on the rubbish tip.
Oh no, she knows what that is.
What's the matter?
Where is she?
In the morgue. Is there any particular reason that you're so insistent?
Yes. I have to be sure how she died. We have to do an autopsy.
Half your system's
I
still in
have a
cryo
very,
sleep.
very good reason.
Well, perhaps you'd like to share that reason.
They wouldn't believe her. I don't like the sound effects in this scene. Very well done though. I don't have a proper opinion on the script yet, but David Fincher is doing a pretty good job with the story so far as a director.
Would you like to tell me what we're really looking for?
What's going on, Mr. Clements?
We have to cremate the bodies.
Nonsense. We'll keep the bodies on ice till the rescue team arrives.
On ice.
I would consider it unwise to tolerate even the possibility of an unwelcome virus. An outbreak of cholera would look extremely bad on a...
Smart. I like Clemens.
We've 25 prisoners in this facility. All double white chromos. All thieves, rapists, murderers, child molesters. Just because they've taken on religion doesn't make them any less dangerous. I try not to offend their convictions. I don't want to upset the order.
And then she'd say, "Kiss my ass, you horny old fucker."
I'd be happy to kiss her ass. I'd be happy to kiss her anywhere she wants.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude. Oh man. Probably escaped the crash site and infected an ox. Oh man. Oh
The
man.
child and the man have gone beyond our world.
The props in this film, they're very well made so far. Being thrown down into the furnace. Ugh. It's out. Oh man. Whoa. That's complete CGI. The movement animations were pretty convincing. She shaved her head. Good call. I know that actor. Holy crap, that's Mr. Kobayashi from The Usual Suspects.
The guy's crazy and he smells bad. You got anything to say for yourself?
Oh, that's Golic.
He smells worse.
And he's crazy.
Knock off the shit!
Even the crazy people think he's crazy, so that says a lot about Golic. Dude, no! All eyes on her.
My friends would have appreciated.
Yeah, well, you don't want to know me, lady. I'm a murderer and rapist of women.
Where did you get this wonderful sign?
How do you like your new haircut?
Okay, he has some history that's not being shared yet.
Can you not tell me what you were looking for in the girl?
Attracted.
Oh, she's changing the subject. Oh, man.
Hey, Spike, what are you doing there? What are you doing?
Acid! Oh!
I
Oh!
appreciate your affections.
I appreciate your affections.
I am aware that they deflected my question.
Ah, smart man.
You have a barcode on the back of your head.
That does deserve an explanation, but I don't think now is the moment. Well, not much to say, is there? Death was instantaneous.
Nobody bloody listens.
Except the fan was blowing.
What's that?
I don't know.
I want to see you in my quarters in 30 minutes, if you please, Mr. Clemens.
Dude.
Tell me about your accident.
One of the prisoners has been killed.
Killed.
I want to help, but I need to know what's going on.
It's time to come clean, Ripley.
Or what you think is going on.
They want this woman looked after. They consider her to be very high priority.
Why?
I have no idea. How would you like me to explain your sordid history to your newfound friend?
It must be bad because he's listening to the superintendent.
She said anything to you? Anything about where she's from, what her mission is, what the hell she was doing in an EEV?
She told me she was part of a combat unit that came to grief. Beyond that, I assume it's all classified. I haven't pressed her for more.
I have to admit the set designers did a fantastic job with the atmosphere of the planet. It does look dark and desolate. Dude, Lance Henriksen. It's not actually Henriksen, I think it's a prop, but a very well-made prop so far. Oh man, yeah, that's not good news. This was bound to happen at one point in the film. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. It's the preacher.
I gotta re-educate some of the brothers. We've gotta discuss some matters of the spirit.
That's one way to put it. Oh. And they just saw the xenomorph firsthand. Holy crap. I bet nobody will believe them except Ripley. Oh no.
What started the fire, Bishop? Was there an alien on board?
Yes.
Oh no.
Does the company know?
The company knows everything that happened on the ship.
Oh man, they want to study it, so I think they intentionally crashed the ship onto this planet because there are only, what, 25 people?
It wasn't me! I didn't do it!
And they all think Golic is the murderer.
He's telling the truth.
Tell me, Lieutenant, what would you suggest we do?
Well, what kind of weapons have you got?
This is a prison. There's no way to escape.
And they have no guns.
Isn't there any way off of this place?
Do you want to tell me what you and Andrews talked about?
No.
Dude!
You'll just say I'm crazy.
After my student years, despite the fact that I had become secretly addicted to morphine, and during my first residency, I did a 36-hour stretch on NER. So I went out and I got more than a little drunk. And 11 of them died. Not as a result of the accident, but because I prescribed the wrong dosage of painkiller.
Wow. Start screaming, dude. Oh no, oh no. Oh. They spent so much time building his character. And this is the still frame from the background. Oh, excellently made prop. Dude, why didn't it kill Ripley? Does it recognize Ripley?
And we got problems! We stand together!
Yes, thank you, Mr. Dillon.
It's here! We got Clemens!
Stop this raving at once!
I'm
Stop
telling
it!
you!
And pull this woman back to the infirmary!
Oh, what more proof do you need? They see it for themselves.
Fuck!
Alright, there's no doubt whatsoever anymore. That was a great scene.
The apocalypse is upon us.
And he thinks it's the apocalypse.
Hey, sister, what about you? You're an officer. How about showing us a little leadership?
Can we seal off this area?
No chance. Oh, what the hell are we even talking to her for? She's the one that brought the fucker. Why don't we just get her head and shove it through that fucking wall?
Sounds good to me.
Never been used.
This is the only way. In or out.
That's right.
You're saying we get something in there. There's no way it can get out.
That's right.
That's the plan then.
We want to burn it down and out of the pipes. Force it here, slam the door, and trap its ass. You okay?
Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with her. Oh man, an explosion. Fudge. Oh. I wonder how much of the explosion was practically done. Well, the explosions are very, very convincing. Good for him drawing out the xenomorph.
They will live forever.
I'm gonna sit here and guard your ass like I'm supposed to.
This gets in here, I'm dead. I can't run.
It's not gonna get in here. We got it trapped.
I don't know what to feel about this.
But behave yourself. No fucking around or I'll get nothing but shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he's crazy. He's going to muck it up for everyone. He's going to let the xenomorph loose again.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't kill it. We don't have any weapons, right?
Right.
Permission denied. They don't want to kill it. Just like the previous films. They want to weaponize it, if I recall correctly.
The big motherfucker will eat you alive.
Sorry. Sorry.
That surprised me, the way he just slashed. Oh, that sound effect, dude. And it ran away.
They don't want to kill it. We gotta figure out a way to do it before they come here. They can't control it. They don't understand. It'll kill them all.
We got a teeny-weeny problem.
Teeny-weeny problem?
Well, now what are we gonna do?
What do you think?
I think I know why the xenomorph didn't kill Ripley. Oh man, my suspicions are about to be confirmed. There's a xenomorph growing inside her, isn't there?
Little white lines.
Foreign tissue.
What does it look like?
Knowing Ripley, she's going to try and end her own life.
Let's make it to the furnace.
Tell them the whole place has gone toxic. Are you kidding? This has got to be done, okay? There are no alternatives!
I'm not getting it!
Arriving within 2 hours! How? Whatever happens will happen in the next 2 hours. As a standalone alien film, I think it's pretty alright so far.
It won't kill me. It knows I'm carrying its future.
How do you know the thing's inside?
I saw it. On the CAT scan.
You don't have to worry about that.
Fucking cat!
I want to get this thing and I need you to do it. Go kill yourself.
The rescue team's on its way. We could just sit this out.
Rescue team for who? They just want the beast.
Why don't you go on some fucking suicide run?
Right! Because they won't kill it. What makes you think they're gonna care about a bunch of lifers who found God at the ass end of space?
All we gotta do is lure the fucking beast into the mold.
When was the last time you used this place?
We fired it up 5-6 years ago.
Hey guys! My door ain't working.
What the fuck's he saying?
I think we better rethink this.
Average visual effects here, especially the compositing work.
Hey, fuckface! Come and get me! Open the east wing!
Oh man, the ship is here already. Oh, the door's stuck. Lucky. Oh man. Okay, the rescue team have officially landed. Now I'm thinking there won't be any survivors at all by the end of the film. That's the real prop we're seeing finally. It didn't work.
Where is Lieutenant Ripley? Is she still alive?
If she's alive, she's in the furnace.
It dies first, then you! I'm not gonna move without you! Now get going! I've gotta hold it here!
What about me?
God will take care of you now, sister!
Good for you, Dylan. Oh, that's molten lead. Oh, I knew it. It's out. How though? How? It's hotter than fire, right? Yeah, now it's dead. They're here. The rescue team. Dude! It's Bishop!
Ripley.
Lance Henriksen.
You know who I am?
You're a droid. Same model as Bishop.
I designed it.
He's a real person?
I'm very human. We're gonna take that out of you. You still can have a life.
No.
Dude, he's dead! I didn't think I'd be sad for that character, but I kind of am.
Think that's all we can learn from.
He's finally admitting the truth.
It's the chance of a lifetime!
Wait, is she actually going to do it? I know there's another Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver in it. How does that work then? Wow. They're actually killing her off. Holy crap. Oh man. So the other Alien film has to be a prequel. But that wouldn't make any sense. And he's the only survivor. What a bleak ending. And it ends exactly the same way as the previous ones.
Last survivor of the Nostromo.
Except there's nobody inside these spots. And it ends here. That was a fairly good movie, but it does have issues, which we'll talk about. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was a fairly decent film. As a standalone movie, it was pretty good, but as a part of a franchise, I would consider it a little above average at best, even this director's cut. I mean, Fincher did a commendable job with the script he had to work with, but the script itself, it had quite a few issues, which we're going to talk about. I would consider the strengths of the film to be its directing, especially the tension building, some of the action scenes, and the props and sets. Whereas the weaknesses might include the narrative choices, the editing, and some of the special effects on the xenomorph itself, mostly the compositing work. The music and cinematography were neither good or bad. I'm pretty neutral on them. Let's start with the directing by David Fincher and the script by Vincent Ward, David Giller, Walter Hill, and Larry Ferguson. Like I just said, Fincher's first feature film was better directed than I expected, or what people give him credit for. I mean, I just watched the director's cut and I found the movie above average. As I haven't seen the theatrical version, I have nothing to compare it to, and all my opinions are for this version only. The pacing of this film was slow, which isn't a real problem for me. I would go as far as to say that it was probably a good thing. Fincher is a master of building tension, and this was no exception. He spends considerable time introducing each of the characters of the film before methodically killing them off in spectacular fashion. That was great to watch. And I have no issues with that particular part, but my issues are with the script itself. I really disliked the fact that they basically killed off Newt, Hicks, and Bishop in the first couple of minutes. It felt like a huge slap to the face of the viewing audience. I mean, I understand Hicks or Bishop's death, but Newt's was unforgivable. What was the point of going through an entire movie trying to save her life and then just killing her off screen like that? Why? Seriously, that pissed me off. Another thing was the intelligence of the xenomorph itself. In the first two films, the creatures were shown to be somewhat intelligent, telling the difference between different types of people, having almost grudges, but they really dumped it down in this one and reduced it to almost a generic animalistic predator, just chasing people around, which leads me to another issue with the script. which was the theme of the film. The first one was a psychological thriller, through and through, with the sequel being more of an action thriller. That worked because it escalated the stakes considerably. This film seemed to try to emulate the psychological aspect of the first film by reducing the action scenes and avoiding guns altogether. But I think that missed the mark. The problem is that in the third one, instead of showing us more, they take a step back and show us very little of the creature in the first two acts, leaning more into that psychological horror genre. I don't think it worked thematically or narratively for that matter, especially the fact that Ripley was unwilling to share information on the xenographs for the longest time. Finally, I don't know what to feel about Ripley killing herself at the end of the film. I mean, it makes sense in the context of the story, but how does Alien 4 work then? Is that a prequel since they killed off everybody I care about? Is there a point to watching a fourth film here? Do let me know in the comments, and also let me know whether I'm being too critical here. Also, how this film compares to the theatrical version. Moving on to the cinematography and editing of the film, the cinematography was pretty good for the most part. I liked the desaturated color palette of the movie. The planet itself was dark and desolate and destroyed. The wide shots that we were shown at the beginning and the end, they were pretty decent, and that went a long way in convincing me that they were far from home or help. The editing was okay till the third act, where everybody was trying to lure the xenomorph into the furnace. They kept cutting from corridor to corridor, calling it A, calling it E, but I had no sense of direction here. It just looked random to me. They meant nothing to the viewing audience. It appeared to be a bunch of random shots, almost an excuse to show the xenomorph killing the crew one by one. I felt like a lot of deaths were quite rushed and they could have been spaced out a lot more. Overall, decent editing till the third act. The props and sets of the film were very good. Definitely a highlight for me. They were so meticulously made and they looked fairly convincing for the most part. I think this was the best or the second best aspect of the entire movie. Everything from the broken facilities to the furnace room, even the prop for Bishop, they were all excellently designed. And that furnace room kind of reminded me of the last scene in Terminator 2. I wonder whether there was some inspiration there or not. Speaking of design, the xenomorph in this film was great, at least from a design perspective. What I did have an issue with was the compositing work. We could clearly see the black outlines of the creature when it was composited on screen, when it was moving and stuff, and we could easily see the difference between the composited ones and the real prop of the creature when it was shown on screen, especially the close-up stuff. Apart from the sets and props, the other redeeming quality of the film had to be Sigourney Weaver's portrayal of Ellen Ripley. She was fantastic in her role as usual, especially considering the script she had to work with. Kind of like Fincher in this regard. She was again a badass in this one. I still don't know how to feel about her self-sacrifice at the end. The story did call for it and she didn't have a choice, but I wonder whether the writers could have come up with a more creative or a better resolution to this iconic character. Let me know what you would have done differently here. Anyways, overall, Alien 3 was a decent film. As a standalone thriller, it worked pretty well, but it was average at best coming from a fan of the first two films. I don't know how much the studio interfered with the production, but David Fincher's direction in this assembly cut was very good, especially considering the messy script he had to work with. Weaver was great. I thought the film was thematically inconsistent. The choice of killing off the main characters in the first couple of minutes off screen was outright bad, and the editing was confusing. But the tension building by Fincher was commendable, and Weaver was excellent. Without her commanding performance, I think this film would have been irredeemable. I actually wouldn't recommend this film for everyone, just probably for the die-hard fans of the franchise. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.